guys. Now, a couple of weeks back, myself and a flying buddy went out and we wanted to do a little bit of formation flying. And essentially we didn't want to chop up any of our nice new planes, you know, because I was going to be chasing with a quadcopter. My friend was going to be flying a plane. The last thing I wanted to do was chop them up because, to be honest, I'm a little bit crap at formation. So what my mate Byron suggested is let's take out one of our old FPV models, and in the particular case it was an old HOBBYKING Wingnetic that we had modified for FPV, and the whole experience was a lot better because what happened is I immediately lost the fear of trying to avoid hitting the foam plane. Now, what I'm getting to here with all of this is essentially when I went out and flew the old plane, it kind of really gave me a reminder of just how much fun it was. However, that particular model was also quite limited by the fact that we had all the old FPV gear, and then, you know, let's be honest, 2-3 years on, so much has changed. You've got iNav, you've got little wing boards, you've got smaller cameras, you've got all sorts of stuff which is just interesting. So I thought, well, you know what, I've got a Wingnetic sitting in the garage which I haven't flown in a long time, and I thought, well, maybe this is an opportunity to do a bit of an experiment to say, well, what can I make of an older plane which hasn't been flown in a long time by putting new components in it. And well, here we go. So I have spent the last couple of days completely refactoring my old Wingnetic, and as you can see, it's never really been crashed. It's kind of, I flew it enough that I enjoyed it, but that was it. So what I've done is essentially I've created a 3D printed canopy, which you can see over here. Now you'll notice looking at it, it's up above it. The reasoning behind this is you've got to pull a prop in the front here, but that position there obviously gives you a little bit of clearance, but it kind of allows you to see the sweep of the wing, which is actually a great overview of the aircraft. It kind of makes you feel a little bit like you're in a jet. Yeah, essentially what I've done is I've 3D printed up a new canopy to fit a much smaller camera, which is lighter. In this particular case, I've got a Runcam Eagle because I just happen to have one of those. It can take a Swift too. It's exactly the same thing. So it's the Micro Eagle I've got. I've got a little Axie on the top. So beforehand, you know, the previous one we were flying had this great big antenna. Now if I pop that up, you can see inside here, we've got a little Maytech wing. Oh, no, sorry, a Maytech VTX, a 1500 milliamp battery, which could actually only be added because of the new micro gear. With the previous gear, you could only fit 1000 milliamps. So I've now managed to get more battery capacity. And then on this end, we have a Maytech wing, which is great because that's full flight stabilization, everything. Now, what I did have to do, let me pop that back on the underside of the model, I popped in 2 little holes which are now taped over and covered. One of them's got a little crossfire micro receiver with the antenna coming out the side, and I got a little mini GPS because, you know, what's the point of iNav if you can't return home? But the net result I think is quite cool, and I'm going to hopefully fly this in the next few days. It's you know, I think if anything can be taken from this, let me pop this thing down. So if we could take anything from this, you know, technology moves on, and by far the biggest area of movement is clearly the likes of the flight controllers and the electronics. But you know what, aircraft, they've been around for years now. There's only so much you can do to make these things better. Make no mistakes, the manufacturers will come along, they will tell you theirs is the greatest thing. There's only so much movement that happens in this. It's a foam aircraft. You know, it's a wing. What more are you going to get out of it? You know, beyond possibly easier construction. You know, if we were to compare, say, the Wingnetic to the Strix Nano Goblin, well, the Nano Goblin's an easier install because it's been designed for the parts. But does it fly any better? Well, no. So that kind of made me think, what have you guys got in the shed or in the garage, wherever you store your aircraft? I'm pretty sure you've all got some slightly older aircraft, and maybe, just maybe, you know, rather than going out and having to buy something brand new, you could actually just retrofit the modern kit and you might just be surprised. But yeah, I'm hoping to get out in the next few days with this, and we will get some more footage online. What I will do for your benefit is I'm going to pop a link into a video from a few days back where we were chasing my friend's Wingnetic, because that will kind of give you a little bit of a sense of what the aircraft's like in the air. And it's pretty fantastic. So enjoy, guys. Have a good day. Cheers.